And we're off, folks. It's the Nyama Cup final. Both the semifinal winners, Team Yellow and Team Black, facing off. Black and yellow, right? Any Hamilton Tiger Cats fans here? Yes, that song is about the Steelers, but none of those are soccer. This is the true football here. And at the Nyama Cup, watching things go. Yellow kicking off to start. And so I think the things we talked about in both of the semifinal games were, these were obviously both these teams won their semifinals, scored a combined 11 goals in their two semifinal games.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things we were saying about both teams was they're really aggressive.
Yes.
Both these teams are really good at making aggressive passes forwards or making really aggressive runs really fast. But certainly the quick counter strike, I think, is something that was part of both teams' arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, I think, going into this game, and maybe this is a little bit of hindsight because we saw it, but it really did seem like whoever could pull off those long plays better and can execute those quick strike passes that covered a lot of distance, whoever could do that better was going to be kind of a key factor to who would win. So
one thing you should expect in this game is a lot of fancy plays, a lot of good saves, a lot of nice goals. And, this is like the most professional game we've had so far. And I could say everybody really did put in a shift here.
I mean, it's the two teams that won the semifinals. Like, this is the final for a reason. I mean, I think both teams earned the right to be in this game, and it was just let the best team win.
Yeah.
So what we've already seen here is Yellow hasn't, even though they started with the ball and they've possessed it a lot, they really haven't, like, this is probably the first time they've actually crossed half. So while Yellow was possessing it a lot early, we saw Black not really letting them advance it. But here's the most dangerous Yellow has looked so far.
But
early going.
That's a tactic I think they've been using in every game they've played so far. At the beginning of the game, they don't really attack the other team that much. I would say in the first game, it was barely any goals in the first half. They just waited until the second half, and you could kind of see traits of that in this. A lot of the initial attempts were just kept on their side of the pitch, still reading each other out, and but then as the game goes on, you see a lot more attempts. Right now, the Black team is on the attack, and that's Pablo right there that tracked back to make a nice defense.
Yeah, I don't know if that forces a corner kick, but either way, I think that was key right there. Yellow trying to possess it a ton, and then it turn over, and Black quickly, immediately upfield. The numbers weren't the greatest in support. They wanted to be aggressive right off the bat. To your credit, you're talking about how in both games, the Yellow team seems not starting out slow, but starting out trying to just figure out their opponent.
On target, but I think he hit the bar.
That looked like that came off the post pretty quick.
Yeah.
Was that it didn't look like a corner kick attempt. I guess they got a free kick there.
Yeah, I think he just went right back into the play, play. So all right, they are going in transition right now.
Maybe that was a throw-in, actually. Didn't quite see that, though. But anyway, so I think a conscious effort on Yellow to prioritize possession more than trying to be overly aggressive. When we have the ball, let's control, let's figure things out, look for a weakness, look for a chance to go in, but not force anything. And Black just so far really aggressive, not giving them anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Throw in here for Yellow just along the sidelines. Again, slowing the pace down. We talked about that in the last semifinal. Black kind of at times really dictated the pace of the game. When they wanted to be aggressive and quick, they were. When they wanted to slow it down, they were. See a little bit of that Yellow right here. On this run, when they wanted to, they were holding it, waiting, and then when they felt the time to be aggressive, everyone moved up and they got up quick. Now Black recovered well, got that turnover, but as we see here, it's like you mentioned, a lot of good, high quality play.
Yes. That's Dandy World with the ball right now. Nice.
Yeah, good aggressive
Nice hustle.
Good aggressive defensive play there by the Black team. Forces a throw in here. Yellow again trying to advance it, but good pass there, good run.
It's Victor with the ball right now.
Bit of a turnover here as Black gets it on the defensive end. So Yellow without a shot, but they're able to still kick it away, force Trying to see what that is. I guess that's still inbounds.
Yeah, it's still inbound, and the black team had to clear.
That was actually a really nice clear by the defender. They were almost at the back line, and that got over half. So that was nice. It was a nice kick. The yellow goalie carrying it right to the edge of the box. Just outside of the box now. This isn't a goal kick or anything, but just I think yellow was when he had the ball. Yellow was really aggressive. It forced all the black defense back, so no one could really challenge the goalie on the kick.
It's a little offside on that side, so they had to play the little foul right there. But that's a nice turn right there, and it's gonna cross that in to no avail.
Good defensive positioning there for whoever that was on the black team to be right in the perfect spot to not, any dangerous cross was always going to go right towards him. So he was whoever that was always in the best defensive position to be in. And it did lead to a turnover. Black gets a throw in there off the throw in yellow, turning it over, and a couple of quick turnovers back and forth. Kind of a fight for the ball around half right now.
Yeah, it was a little handball there by fall.
Is it a handball or is it a foul?
It was a handball.
Okay, I think okay. The player's trying to say that they didn't touch it with their hand; they touched it with the foot. I was wondering because his foot was high. I was wondering if they might call a foul on that.
That's
too.
what he was trying to say. He was trying to say there's a high foot right there, but I think he touched his hands first. So,
okay. Yeah, it could have been either one, but I guess whatever the ref saw first was the call. So, Black again. That was an example right there. Really, the first time Blacks had that. Well, outside of the defender making that incredible kick we mentioned, but the high aggressive pass forward. They tried it there, a little too aggressive past the defenders, got to the goalie, but already you're seeing Black trying, okay, that worked for us last game, let's try and implement it quickly into this game. Didn't quite work there, but we'll see as it keeps going. I think a little less rain than what we saw in the last game, which maybe nice to open things up for the final, as good as conditions as we got on the day. Some good footwork there from yellow. Nice couple of good passes. Good run forward.
Nice. That's a foul right there, but I don't know if the referee gave that. Oh, I think he did. That's a foul. Clear foul. It's lucky it's not a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like just outside the box.
Yeah.
I actually think they're calling it a corner.
Yeah?
I don't think they called a foul.
My God.
I wonder, though, did he just fall? Like, I know that looked like that might have been a foul, but he might have also just the way he kind of like slipped. Like to me, it almost looked like he slipped more than anything. Obviously, I think that's what the ref saw anyway, thinking it was just him falling on the wet pitch.
Yeah, man. I'm not the ref, so I guess the ref has the say right there.
Good corner.
It's a
cross.
good corner.
Was that one of the Black players that got it off their head? It looks like to clear it.
Yes.
Again, good defensive positioning. I mean, you have to be on the set pieces. That's the most important thing there. But yeah, that was a nice cross off the corner. And yellow still maintaining possession though, even though Black was able to clear it. Oh, nice cross there. Beautiful cross.
There's a scrambled in the middle.
Yeah, it looked like the goalie. Got the goalie that reached up and grabbed that cross. Wasn't able to quite grab it per se, but at least knocked it down, and it kind of led to a bit of a scramble. Yellow still has it, but they were forced to go all the way back to their half in order to maintain possession. Which again, we were talking about it. They were prioritizing possession more than being aggressive. I mean, that you got the ball in the box. It's a nice chance to maybe be aggressive, but if it means possessing the ball, you pass it back. And I mean, a little bit of a turnover. Black got the throw in, but a little aggressive on the throw in, a little too far, and that actually went out of bounds off of a kick. So yellow with the throw in here, back to the goalie. Smart on Black to send at least one player up to pressure the goalie. Now I think we talked about this in the semifinal game. Actually, is it the same goalie that played for yellow in the semifinal? I can't remember.
Yes, there is the same goalie. They have two goalies in their team. There's Curtis and there's Danny. So it's the same set of goalies that are playing the same game.
And I think we mentioned it with Danny. It seems like he's a really good ball carrier too. Like he can play multiple positions, not just a goalie. So
yes,
but still smart of the Black team to pressure him when he has the ball. But maybe he handled it well, and it let yellow have this good opportunity here, as we see as they able to get the ball up and get a shot attempt on net. That was a really nice save. I mean, that looked like that was either going to hit the crossbar or hit the post or be just inside the post. So it was good on the goalie to grab that and not lead to more chaos. Because I mean, even if it hits the post, it might come right back and lead to another shot attempt. So
one thing I could say is this game had a lot of attempts on goal, a lot of fancy moves, a lot of good, matured, professional play that can hang anywhere in the world, So I'm very proud of the attempt of these players for sure. We have a very, 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 serious group right here.
And yes, they both played a game earlier in the day, so maybe a little bit tired, but also could they draw off the experience of the first game? They, figuring out the passes, figuring out the field. So I wonder how much that also helped them, and they were more refined coming into this game, having already played a game before this.
Yes, and also to a little bit of the to the disadvantage of the black team, they just came off a game not too long before the final, and the yellow team got a little bit of time to rest. So you just got to say that just so that it's been said on record. It's due to the organization. Maybe by next time we'll have the organization a bit better and give each team enough time to rest so that by the time the guys that get to the final, everyone is well rested. And, there's enough energy to play through the final.
Yeah, but because we were only using one pitch and games after the other, it was always going to be the case where one team was going to be more well-rested than the other. Like
exactly.
It was really unavoidable in the way it was set up. Obviously, we weren't able to get access to the two fields. If we could have two games at the same time, that would be an obvious solution. But again, that wasn't quite in the cards this time. So
exactly,
plan that better. Really don't think though we saw the effects too much of that in this first half. I think it's really in the second half.
In the second half, yes.
But yeah, regardless, it was
It was a great game regardless, and it's just that's a wonderful play right there.
Yeah, the nice double pass. I mean that did the inside of the foot pass as he was turned around.
That's a beautiful play right there.
Was that Dopey who made that
yes,
pass? Yeah.
Victor Dopey, who made a beautiful roll through with the pass from his brother to Victor, and then to David on the flank.
I mean, and to be fair, yeah, like you said, the pass to get to Victor was good too, and then Victor able to have that nice touch, kind of, when his back was really to the net and to his teammate.
To me, I think that is the last place you want Victor. Whenever Victor has you to his back, you have almost no chance to get in the ball except you foul him, because the ball is strong, and once he rolls you through, you just can't see. You can't see the ball, and he has a lot of, he possesses a lot of space, so you can't see the ball, and then you can't overpower him to get the ball. So you shouldn't have Victor, with his back. But that's a nice shot on target right there. Just a little bit wider. I think there was a little tap, or I think it's out. It went out for a goal kick right there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was wide or over. Maybe right on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good shot attempt from far. Really, yeah. Up to this point, Black really hadn't got anything close to the net yet, so they, picking their chances where they had them. Good interception there off the goal kick though, to keep it alive. And
oh boy, over the bar.
That was another shot. That one was really high. That was definitely over.
Akbos was just dancing. He was not focusing. He was dancing. He's been dancing the whole day. He's not focusing on the game. I think that's why he missed that. But I think he scored a very impressive goal in the same game. He tested the goalie, I think, the most out of anyone else.
Yeah. Tried to be aggressive again. So two quick chances on net, thinking, okay, got the space, may as well take these shots. Both kind of going over, but not especially the first one really wasn't over by much at all. Just needed to come down on a couple seconds earlier, and it might have maybe even hit the crossbar, stayed in play, given another chance. But yeah, here's Yellow again with the possession of the football.
It's a beautiful shot by Fall, just over the bar.
Yeah, another one too where it just didn't come down quick enough. But yeah, not missing by much. So I think I remember thinking live, there was a lot of shot attempts over the net, and I think it was this game where it seemed like there was quite a lot of players are really trying to be aggressive. I think maybe it's credit to the goaltenders, right? If they
for sure
they didn't want to give the goalie easy saves, right? They didn't want to go low with the balls and just let the goalie touch the ball and kill all chances. Force him to go high, and when you're doing that, you might go just over the crossbar. But I like the aggressive mentality that the players had, trying to challenge those goaltenders. And I think, again, kudos to the quality of goaltending, that it kind of forced players to really pick their spots of where they wanted to shoot the ball.
It was very difficult deciding the goalkeeper of the tournament, because I could tell you every goalie in the final was exceptional with their performance through the tournament. But like you will see later on, the decision was made, but then I think regardless of who won the award, every goalie that played in this final really put in a shift. And even the goalies that played in the first game, I could say Rashid from the first team, the red team, was really good. And unfortunately, he was not able to get to the final. But the goalkeeping department definitely in this tournament is very stacked with solid goalies, for sure.
A good attempt there by Yellow, forcing the corner kick. Again, sometimes the black team on defense, sometimes that's the good move, is to just kick it out of bounds and let your players kind of get set up on a set piece. But the one thing with Yellow is I for sure remember one goal they scored in the semifinal off of a corner.
The corner, yeah.
Maybe even it was two off of that came off corners. But yeah, so it seemed like they were a good team to capitalize on the set pieces.
Yes, they do capitalize on all their set pieces. They don't they're the most organized team, in my opinion, through the tournament. They are very organized. They know, like, they have players for literally every set piece, and everybody sort of knows their position. They are like the only team that actually came to the tournament with two goalies, that actually were exchanging play. So it's a very well organized team. Kudos to Victor and the rest of the guys.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, on that last corner kick we were talking about, Black defended that really well. Like the cross was there, maybe it was a little much just past the box, but still with an opportunity where if a Yellow player gets that, it could be dangerous. But Black was first on the ball, it got it out. Yellow now has it back. Throw an attempt here that they're able to get some good couple quick passes off of before Black blocking a pass attempt, and now they've got it forward right at half.
Akataka just pushed the ball in.
Yeah, again, aggressive passes forward, just a little much. That did not miss his teammate by much, though, and it forced the goalie to come out and grab it.
Kind of explains the experience of Danny.
Yep, he read it, right? He knew that, okay, that was going to be close, and if I don't get there first, it will be the offense that gets it. So, good call by the goalie. It's risky, right? I mean, there was definitely at least one other Black player up the middle.
That's a handball right there.
It's one of those where if the goalie doesn't get there, you've left your net open if you don't get it. So it's good instinct by Danny to get out there quickly, because you got to make that decision. You can't even really think about it. It's all on instinct at that point. Because even that 1 second hesitation might not be enough for him to get there in time. And Yellow with it.
It's well defended by the Black team.
Yep. Didn't give a clean shot there, and shot attempt wide of the net. Nice strong attempt, but yeah, there's definitely a little didn't quite to be fair, didn't really have the angle to shoot at it. Like, I think, again, like you mentioned, the defense was right in the way and didn't really give him a clean look at the net. So, although, are they saying that it deflected? Because now they're actually giving it a corner.
Deflected.
Okay.
It deflected off the defender.
Okay, that's why it missed. So it was a good attempt that was going to head for the net, but again, good defending, like you mentioned, to block.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't quite see the block, but yes, corner kick here for Yellow. Again, we've mentioned they were able to score off this at points during this day. So, it's a dangerous team on set pieces, on corners. But to the credit of the Black team, it looks like they've got a good setup as well.
Yeah, they tend to figure things out real quick, and you can tell a lot of their forward players have come back because they've seen that the Yellow team is a threat with the set pieces. You could tell that even their main attacker is right there in the defense, trying to, reduce the threat. And there goes the threat eliminated. Yeah.
Again, out of midair, looks like, is that a player that hit it off their head? It looks like to be able to knock it free. Now, to Yellow's credit, they steal it right back. Good cross through, but no one's really there for it. I guess the one advantage of the Black team being so aggressive or so defensive in terms of bringing your strikers back on defense is, maybe the Yellow defense also advance could lead to maybe stretching them out a little bit. But at this point, Yellow does regain possession of the football along the sidelines. Stolen by Black, though. So again, a little bit of back and forth. A nice pass forward by Black that does reach a teammate, and they're able to get a good give and go going here as they're able to advance it now. Good pass.
He tries
forward.
a shot here. Great save by Danny.
Yes. Let's look at that save again.
Wonderful save.
Yep. Looks like he only got one hand on it too. So it was
strong hand.
Yep. Definitely needed to elevate everywhere he was. Like, there was a good jump to get up there. But yeah, real nice shot attempt. Not quite against the post, but high enough that it's a threat for the goalie. So yeah, real good save. And another cross attempt for Black, maybe off a corner kick. And the threat for now is gone. A good header by one of the yellow defense. He jumped high to get that ball off his head. And I mean, kudos to him because it led to this breakout for the yellow team as they've got numbers here. Nice play, nice pass. Does yellow get an attempt on net here?
It's just wide.
Just wide. I think that's an example where like the defense were able to recover, cut off the angle, force the player to kind of shoot at an angle they're not so comfortable with. Instead of hitting it straight on the net and blocking, they kind of have to hope it curves in, but not quite the case here. Forces the goal kick. Black now with it, crossing half. Bit of space here. This is about the most space that any black ball carriers had with the football in quite a while. Good pass. Leads to a nice shot.
It's a nice shot, just a little bit over the bar, but that's a great attempt by Vets.
Yeah, that was close, and that was again good advance by the ball carrier. Kind of put the yellow defense back on their heels a little bit. They weren't as aggressive there, and it did lead to a shot attempt. So just a little lower that makes a big difference there. So it was a good attempt by Black, and they were actually able to steal it off the goal kick here.
I think that's a cross in by Anthony, just wide from the header. I think Jerin.
To be fair, there were a couple. I mean, and to yellow defensive credit, a player was there against, if it was Jerin, against him to also jump to not let him get a clean head attempt either.
Definitely. Like I said, the yellow team, they're very organized. You rarely see you rarely see them out of position, and there's always somebody right there to either pass the ball or get tackled.
Speaking of pass, that was a nice pass, aggressive pass forward. So they're starting to kind of play that game too. Black has already done that attempt a few times in this game, but yellow, that's kind of really the first time they've done it. Didn't quite lead to an attempt, but at least they're moving the ball forward, forcing that black defense back. Throw in here for the black team though as they advance. Looks like it'll be another throw in there. Which again, sometimes as a defender, your back's to the opposition. You're not really sure what's there. It's sometimes better to just kick it out. Don't let any threat happen. You let your midfielders, your strikers get back.
Exactly.
Off this throw in now for Black, which is a little bit further up than the last one. As you can see, good position by Danny, right? He's close to the post on whatever side the ball is, right? And I think that's kind of some good textbook goalie positioning. Don't want to leave any easy angles to that easy access to that post.
He really showed a lot of experience and maturity in the game.
There's throwing for Black, and right off the throw, and a good kick by one of the players right on net, and forces a good save. But quick breakout here for yellow because they've got some space to run up the sideline. Is that Dandy Wall?
That's I think that's David.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake. But yeah, running a bit more space than what they've been accustomed to so far. So I do wonder, this game is getting a little bit more vertical, so things are kind of spreading out a little more. We saw it super early, a lot of tight movements, and everyone's kind of in a tight box. But now it's starting to stretch open a little bit.
Yep.
Good crossfield pass by the yellow team.
Now that's Dandy Wall with the ball trying to get a crossing, and he actually does get a crossing, and is well defended by the black team.
Yep, they were ready for it. Even the two players that were chasing Dandy Wall along the sidelines, they pressured him to kind of. I think he may have wanted a couple extra seconds for that cross, maybe. So pressuring him to kind of rush the throws slight little bit before any players could really get to the area. And again, the other black defenders were really were right there and where they needed to be. This would be a corner though for the yellow team, I think.
Yes. Or is a goal kick?
I think they're saying it might have gone off a yellow player.
Yeah.
Which again, kudos to the black team for making that happen. Oh, but yellow stealing it off the goal kick here. But again, reaches the defensive backs and not able to get past them. Good run there by David, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good run around the defenders. Nice pass. But not, yeah, nice pass. That ball was in a really great spot. If there was a yellow player there, that might have gone to the back of the net, but no one was quite ready for that. Well, David's just a little too fast for his teammates there on that play.
Yeah, it's just the guys were still dragging backwards, so I guess they missed that layup right there. But
because he got around, I think was that Jiren on defense?
Not sure.
Whoever the defender was, he got around them pretty quick, a lot quicker than would have expected. So it was a really nice move by David, but
experience right there,
yeah,
goalie.
Danny knowing that he wasn't going to let the black be the uncontested the first one to touch the ball like that. So he came out really aggressively, and again, if he misses that tackle, the net's unprotected, and who knows what'll happen. So, I guess they're saying it was a foul on Danny though.
Man, my referee.
Aggressive though on the right, like to come out that far.
Our boss is here dancing.
I mean, at least he didn't foul in the box though, right, leading to a penalty. And so that was kind of the smart move there. Like you're saying, experience of Danny to kind of by instinct spot that out and say, no, I got to get out there right now. Nice pass by David along the sidelines. Leads to kind of a breakout that Danny Wall on the other sideline as he tries to kind of move it towards the middle. Well blocked, whoever that was on defense by Black. Stole it right from him. That was a really nice defensive move. Black trying to slowly move the ball up, but good recovery by the yellow defense to steal it back.
Right there with the ball. And that's Victor with the pass.
It's a nice pass forward by yellow actually to get that up. Victor had to come back a little bit to get it, but he was still the first one on it. And some good passing going on right now for the yellow team. Back and forth. 3-4 good passes in a row.
It's good defense right there.
Yep. Again, as we've been saying, that the black defense, they recover so well. That back line and really isn't letting much behind them. So good play there. Is that out of bounds, I think? Or are they making subs now?
I think they're waiting for something, I don't know. I'm not sure what the referee is trying to do, but you see that they're trying to make subs right now or something. I'm not sure. Or trying to get a ball.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I think so. Yeah, because that kick was pretty far and aggressive. Yeah, bouncing balls all over the place. All over the place, even outside of the area where we could get them back, unfortunately, in some cases. But yeah, that's the way she goes. You have such strong athletes, too. So some of these kicks are traveling so far. Some of them, if they're not on target, they're going to deviate off into the... Fortunately, there's a lot of swamp around these fields, so... yeah. Although I think about where I grew up and the soccer fields we had in my hometown, swamp all around it too. So that's a Northern Ontario thing. Because if it's not rocks and mountains all over the place, it's a swamp. So tough to make a soccer pitch on the mountains.
But still, we have to appreciate the city of Sudbury for providing these facilities.
Yes.
At such a quick time notice for us to actually use.
To be fair, I feel like these are some of the better soccer fields in Sudbury too.
For sure, I think it's the best ones. It's the best ones in the city for sure. And hopefully by the next tournament we get to play at night. You guys will get to see these pitches in the night and see it in another form of its glory.
That was a bit of a threat for the black team, but well defended by the yellow team. Not out of harm's way yet. They still have the ball in their defensive zone, but I think that's Dandy Wall. Kind of getting that out of harm's way right to David. A nice turnaround move there by David to give himself some space, really against like 3 defenders, and he's able to cross it. So that was a really nice move by David. The rest of the black defense recovered well, though, steal the ball, but good individual effort by David.
Nice dribble there and nice strength there by Anthony.
Yeah, that was almost a turnover, but he was able to maintain
Floated in. And just missed a little bit by the black team.
Yeah, so be a goal kick here for the yellow team. Again, black trying to make those aggressive passes forward. That was just a little too far. But again, like the aggressive mentality, like the instincts to go for it. it served them so well in the semifinal that stick to your strengths, and it seems like that is one of their strengths. Yeah, maybe just needing to reestablish that in this game. Now, I want to go back to something you were saying earlier, talking about how difficult it was to choose a goalie of the game, or even like, I think in general with soccer, 11 on 11, it really is a team sport, right? So generally, a lot of the individual awards are going to go to the teams that win more than anything. Like who showed themselves on those teams that win?
Definitely, and in this instance, the guys in the final, I just felt represented the cream of the crop, like the best of the guys that actually played the tournament. You can see that goalie made a good save there,
Nice low shot attempt. It was pretty close to the post.
And Dominic is a solid player. He played, he put in a shift in the first and second game. So I definitely, like being a retired goalie myself, I appreciate the trade of goalkeeping.
And it's not just about making saves, right? The positioning, helping your defense get set up. There's so many roles that the goaltender plays.
So much, And
it seems like both these goalies in the final were able to kind of accomplish all those roles.
Nice play by Dominic right there.
Yeah, that was closing in on like territory where it could have been a foul, but he was able to get his foot on the ball and really make that nice.
These guys are going back and forth in the midfield, no joke.
Yeah, I think like to the credit, I think everyone's so solid defensively that it's really tough to get by them. So they're leading to a lot of turnovers, even though there's some really skilled ball carriers and people making some good soccer moves. It's still really difficult to get by these midfielders.
There goes Dandy Wall on the flank, making a show right there.
Yeah, that's what it takes. It takes extraordinary moves to get by.
Oh my, that was going to be a goal, but then it was saved by Daniel.
Yeah, nice save there.
Wonderful save. And that's all from his positioning, I think that's one thing he definitely has, lock, the positioning for sure.
He knew where the threat was in terms of, that ball wasn't necessarily going in on its own. The threat there was...
see this. Look at this. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a nice move.
Oh Lord, the game was so interesting.
Dangerous, dopey move.
Oh boy. Just look at that guy kicking my ball out the whole pitch.
Yeah, I think that was that. They were kind of recognized that yellow's kind of becoming a threat here. Let's just get rid of this ball. Let's regroup. Let's get everyone back. Force the throw in. Slow the game down. Which I think we talked about in the semifinal, right? Black kind of knew. It seems like in both games they knew what pace was needed, but they were able to impose their will in terms of the pace of the game against the green team. When they wanted to be fast, they were. When they wanted to slow down, they were. And this is just kind of an example of that. We need to slow down here. Let's slow it down for a sec. Slow it down for a while as we search for the ball on this throw-in. But then, it works out for them somewhat. I mean, Yellow's not really able to clearly advance this. They're having to, go back to their defense. And I
think there's a foul for Munez. He's just a little bit rough-handled there, I think, on the flank, and they get a free kick.
Okay, free kick for Yellow just on the black side of half, actually just past the center circle, really.
There's a cross in by Dandiwal, and a shot attempt by Dominic, missed. And Victor tries, missed too.
Yeah, missed or blocked. I think, again, good defensive positioning by the black team there.
For sure.
A couple of those attempts. But yeah, not making it life easy on the whoever's got the ball.
Not at all.
But to be fair, I mean, Yellow's not making it easy on Black to get the ball out
Not
of their
at all. It's been here for a little bit right now. There goes a cross and a save from Daniel.
That was a low shot, but that was coming in pretty fast. So needed to be sharp there.
I think Dandy Wall saw that there was no one in the middle of the 18-yard box, so he took the shot to the goal instead, because so far all he's been doing has been crossing it for someone to either get a header in there or tap it in. But since no one was there, he actually got a shot on target. That was a solid save.
Yeah, the instinct, the recognition. I guess up to that point his instinct had been to cross it so much from the outside, but recognizing that I'll just take the shot here. Free kick there for Black, but knocked well out of the way by yellow. Looks like it does pull up a black throw-in though, but that free kick forward really couldn't find anyone in space. But throw-in does though. Nice shot attempt.
Nice shot attempt.
Little high.
Yeah, way too high.
Yeah, a little way too high. Way too little high. But but again, right off the throw-in though, able to find someone a quick pass and able to get some open space. It's about as much space as you managed to get in this game, really. Both teams, again, really aggressive defensively, pressuring whoever's got the ball, not letting, whether they're passing or shooting, not letting them take the full time to make that pass or shot perfect.
Yeah, I think we're not too far away from the first goal because this sequence is very familiar on the day of.
Yeah, nice clearing forward by the black team, able to chase it down near the corner, across attempt, but well defended, whoever that was.
That's Curtis.
Yeah, it was really nice head ball to move that forward, giving the team a chance to clear it now, as yellow does get it to half. Nice steal there.
A nice pass too.
That looked like that was going to be a good pass, but then a good steal by the black team, and then black team advancing it. They've got a chance, kind of closing in closer to close to the box, but looking like it's bringing up a corner kick here, actually. Corner kick or goal kick? Sorry.
It's
a corner kick. It is corner.
Saved by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was dangerous. Nice save, knowing how to handle it on. But it looks like on the goalie's kick, black kind of intercepting it. Yellow's still managing to get it out, but not as easy as I think they anticipated. However, they managed to clear some space, that dandy wall along the sidelines. Clear it, or the pass attempt forward for yellow, though blocked by the black team, is there. Kind of fighting forward right around half. Black looking like they've got possession of it, but yellow not letting anything easy. So again, after a turnover, the victor of the turnover is usually coming back and trying to be aggressive and get that ball right back. So that's a good spirit, good fight. It's about the mini battles within the war of a game of soccer. You lose one battle, you don't stop fighting the war. So that maybe good examples there of how after a turnover, not letting the other team quickly get space uncontested. Some nice moves there for the black team.
Good pass with the ball. He drives in and lays it off. Get it crossed in there and saved by Danny.
And now on that play, so the ball carrier kind of had his back to the net and thinking, okay, I'm to turn around and get a good shot's probably a lot more difficult. So he passed it further back, but someone who was in space and had more space to take a shot attempt. So even though you're going further from the net, you kind of end up with a better shot attempt out of it and force the goalie to make a save from far. Yellow now advancing just over half. Nice cross-field pass to get to the sidelines here. Seems like that's where yellow has had. I mean, to be fair, both teams really, and I think that's kind of the case a lot of times. It's easier to move up the sidelines than it is up the middle where it's so clogged up. But yellow.
Here's an attempt. Akbos takes out one.
Oh, nice move.
It's him and the goalie. Oh my God, that's a beautiful finish. Look at that celebration. Oh my God. Come on.
And it was all started by a turnover near the half line and a really great pass up. Yeah. And again, like we've said it for the black team before, that's their strongest suit, is when they can make aggressive toe-to-toe passes that cover 20, 30 yards. It's getting past a lot of defenders and there and turn into what turned out to be like a 1-on-2 situation, but really nice moves before they got to the shot attempt, and then obviously finishes off with a goal. But
a very beautiful goal for sure. That's actually a contender for one of the goals of the tournament. But
the whole
very
sequence
solid
of the pass forward and then the move to beat the two defenders. Yeah, it's definitely a very nice goal, and it happened in the final. So the first goal of the final to make it 1-0, as Black gets the early lead here. Let's see what Yellow's doing right now, as they do manage to get it over half now. Contested it all the way. Black does manage to get a foot on it. Yellow gets it back right away though. But again, Black isn't letting Yellow just run up the field quickly. Like this is they're having to work to maintain possession and get really every inch. So yeah, so now as we see the black team trying to cross it over, just a little too far. Doesn't quite go out of bounds though, but or is there looks like there might be a free kick here.
Yeah.
Or are they substituting?
I think that's the start of the halftime.
Oh, we are half. Oh, that was the half whistle. Okay, so yeah, so 1-0 at halftime for the black team. So, I think, and not to totally foreshadow and give away everything, but it seems like what's been the case in both the semifinals was more goals in the second half.
Yes.
Teams were maybe less apt defensively, or teams were kind of getting the rhythm of what the other team is doing defensively and understanding how to take advantage of that. So, again, lower scoring first half, and we're about to see what comes of the second half. So
for sure.
1-0 here with the black team leading. So yeah, we're taking our break too here, apparently, on our broadcasting. No, but players just getting ready for this second half. That I think this half was maybe slightly longer than the other half. So I think maybe just trying to give again the players rest, knowing that likely going to be the final half of football at this Nyama Cup, as this is the final. So once again, as we enter the second half, black is leading 1-0. Now changing sides, of course.
Is a standard in football, in every half.
Yep.
Changing sides is very important so that, everything is balanced and nobody will say, this side is an advantage to the other side. So everybody gets the advantage.
Yep. Equal amounts of time on each side of the field. So
exactly.
No, that's kind of to be fair, it's sort of a standard thing in most sports. I know, again, back in Canada, hockey, usually every period you're switching ends. Same with gridiron, football, basketball, right? So it's kind of a standard just sports thing, again, to maintain as much balance as possible. But yeah, pretty balanced game. Again, 1-0 here. As black gets aggressive early, almost with a good chance. Looks like it's blocked by the yellow defense, so good. Yeah. Well, good recovery there, because black moved up pretty quick into the half, and what they showed in the semifinals against the green team in particular, when they did that really quickly, it kind of caught the green team off balance a little bit on defense and led to some shot attempts and some goals. But yellow was able to recover that well, being aware of that, and they almost got up, but good steal by the black defense on the counter strike here. Looks like it's stolen again by yellow, though, as they advance. Blocked by the black defense. So again, there's 3 sequences in the last 30 seconds where we see teams aggressively advancing, but then the defense come up and make a play in all 3 instances. So again, kudos to the good defenders in this game and this tournament.
For sure.
And some good viewpoints from the goaltender here, as the yellow team trying to aggressively advance, trying to equalize right now as they are down 1-0. And so moving forward a little bit, see a lot of play right now happening kind of around the half line. Neither team really giving much of an inch. Almost as if, okay, the quick early barrages to start the half. Both teams kind of settle back. Okay, we can't let them get behind us. So back to the whole, okay, let's set up our defensive formations. Let's not be overly aggressive. Let's figure things out and try and advance when it's the opportune moment. And as I say that, yellow is advancing right now, trying to, unable to get through the middle, so they're trying to get around the sides. But once again, good recovery by the black defense. They had like 3-4 defenders all kind of in that area, so it's so tough to to either run past or even make a cross past that kind of wall of defense. So good there on the black team to totally take out any chance of a yellow advance.
And yes, Danny with the ball, he made a shot on target, saved by the goalkeeper.
Yep. Again, maybe a little bit of pressure there by the defense to rush the throw slightly. I'm sure Danny might have preferred to get a little closer to make that shot, but still, shot attempt on net, force the goalie to make the save. You never know, right? If you don't make the shot, you're making the shot, sometimes the goalie might make a mistake, and it goes in when you really shouldn't, right? You never know until you make that shot and you force that goalie to make that play.
I just gotta say, man, that Danny is such a utility player. Like, he's so good, literally almost everywhere around the field, and then such a good goalkeeper too. That guy is such an important player, I would say, to any team he gets himself in, and it's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, this is a pleasure to watch all of this, put this on, rewatch it again for this too. I mean, this is some good, exciting soccer going on.
For sure.
Again, all part of the Nyama Cup final, which again features Team Yellow, Team Black, both winners of their respective semifinals.
Yes. They are quite drenched at this time of the day because it's been raining. You can see the pitch, right where the goalkeeper is supposed to be at. Is soaked and it's mud everywhere. Everything is wet at this point. But then the quality of the game is not hindered by any means. It's still a high-level game through the tournament. So kudos to the guys that participated. Kudos to the organizers. Kudos to everyone that showed up and made this possible. The sponsors and everyone that really contributed, their time, efforts, finance, and otherwise to make this happen.
Yeah, really appreciate that from everyone. Super happy that this tournament was so successful as it was, and everyone came out and played well and gave us some really good, high-quality soccer here.
Here's an attempt on goal. Danny with the ball right now.
Nice pass. Still, black defense not giving anyone a clear chance.
That is Olu, and saved by Daniel.
Olu, the one of the goal scorers in the first game, I believe.
Yes, he scored 2 in the first game.
Mm-hmm. Including the one that I've kind of been calling the goal of the tournament, the off the corner kick.
Yeah.
Kicked it out of midair. Like that was incredibly impressive. So we know he's got the touch for it. I do think he got hurt in that first game a little bit, so he's not necessarily 100%, but he's still out there giving it and making shot attempts. And to be fair, that was a good pass by the Yellow team to find him because he was kind of alone.
Yeah.
And it took it away from the middle, so the angle wasn't the greatest, but it was really the only space they had to make that shot attempt.
Something I found out was he got really cold due to the rain. He got really cold. That's why you kind of see he has his pants on, his trousers on in the game right now because he's cold. But running around there will get you warmed up a bit, and he didn't want to just leave his team hanging. So I appreciate your presence there, Sheung, and thank you for your participation. And I know you took your time off work to be here. We definitely appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
To Mark, I guess giving the weather report now, but it does look cloudier than it did in the first half. Like it seemed like things started to open up and got a slight bit of sunny in the first half, and then it was back to more rain again. So
man, it rained the whole day.
Yeah.
The whole day was just raining, and it goes off and then comes right back again.
It's almost as if it's not two teams playing against each other. It's two teams playing against each other and also playing against the weather. So you had this enemy that everyone's kind of enemy was the rain. So you just had two opponents really to deal with.
Exactly.
Nice passing there by the Yellow team.
Yeah, Dandiwa was a problem up on this side of the field.
And Pablo.
Pablo is a solid defender, man.
Coming up to again, that would look like it could have been a quick pass up by the black team. Maybe could have advanced it, but then Pablo at least knocks out of bounds, gives a throw in here for black, but at least it allows the team to regroup. And off the throw in, it looked like Pablo almost reflected it, but unfortunately reflected to a black team member.
He almost collided with his group member right there, his teammate. But right now that's an attempt right there by Olu, saved and well defended by the black team.
So even though the almost collision, it does lead to some Yellow control, and they're able to advance it quickly, get a shot attempt.
Something we need to emphasize is this team. They are quite a solid defensive team, the black team. They are quite a very solid defensive team, and if you really think about it, up until this point, they are fresh off the last game. and they've been able to keep the yellow team at bay, winning their last game and keeping the yellow team at bay with a goal front, a go ahead of this game right up until this point. I could say their defense is very, very solid, and they should definitely take that as a plus, because the yellow team has a bunch of hitters, like a bunch of guys that whenever you see them up front, he's about to go in, so
they can take advantage of mistakes, and really the black team didn't make a lot of mistakes.
Exactly. And added to the fatigue coming from the previous game up until this point, I could say they definitely held their own. I'm very impressed by, you could see how tired they are. This is the black team talking. I'm talking here. They're super tired, but they're still attacking. They're still going. Respect.
Yeah, and as the yellow team tries to dig out of their defensives, and now a couple of good passes to really advance the ball quickly, so starting to get maybe more aggressive. Those were some nice far low passes, didn't really try to raise it, but foot to foot, and it leads to some quick attempts here.
And Olu wins the crossing, the corner kick right there.
Yeah, so we've already talked about how dangerous yellow is off the set pieces, off the corners in particular.
Right. And if you notice, in this final, Wall is taking most of the set pieces for the yellow team, because so far his crosses have been so nice and they've been floating. But that was played short.
Yeah, so they tried to change it up a little bit there. Maybe they're seeing, okay, the black team defended so well in the box, let's try and put it short and see if we can get an attempt from there. But again, well recovered by the black team, but yellow regains it all and steals it before the breakout.
Gets a shot on target. Defense again.
Nice block there. Blocking it far enough away, but not out. So, forcing yellow to go grab it themselves and keep the game going. And black's able to steal it and along the sidelines move it up. The yellow defense, though, not letting it get past half as they knock it back towards their strikers. Bit of a shot attempt. I don't know if that was blocked off anyone, but the goaltender able to...
Yeah, probably just deflected or something.
Yeah, because he got that pretty easily. He made a lot of really nice saves. That was one of the easier ones he's made in this final, really. But yeah, at this point, again, it's still 1-0 black, so really tight game. I think this is probably the longest we've gone with only one goal in any of the three games. So to your credit, I think there was a couple, maybe about 2 minutes ago, there was a couple of sequences in a row where yellow got shot attempts on net, so maybe that was the sign that
goals were coming.
Well, or that what you were saying, like the black defense was maybe starting to get a little more tired, so they not quite aggressive on every player, managed to get some shot attempts, but it seems like they got a second wind here, and yellow really hasn't had much since then. I mean, they've possessed the ball, but no threatening attempts really over the last 2 minutes anyway. Nice high attempt here, almost a cross. I couldn't tell if that was a cross or shot. I think that kind of was a cross, trying to find the teammate.
Yeah, I think it was a cross that sort of, due to maybe the wind or a deflection, sort of started going towards the post.
Yeah, just a little much on the cross. You didn't miss by much, honestly. Like, there's players in the vicinity.
Here's Daniel organizing his defense.
But it does look like the cross does lead to a corner kick here. So, you made that cross. It looks like it at least forced black to knock it out. Although nothing comes of it here on the corner kick.
Dandywell just played that a bit wild. But good attempt.
That was actually the first time Daniel hasn't taken the corner.
For real.
in I think all game. And so they clearly, and he wasn't even, like, he was taking it even when it wasn't on his natural side. He plays a lot on the sidelines. Usually I think the offense's left side.
I could say he was one of the high points in the yellow team. He played very well on the flank, because technically a lot of people, that is kind of where your fastest guys would tend to come in from. But, he was quite smart with his positioning and a lot of the ways he played. So I can definitely say that, some of the players from the yellow team, Dandywell definitely put in a shift right there.
The combination of the skill, but also like the fundamentals.
Technicality, yes.
And advance here for the yellow team.
That's Dandywell with it right now.
Rather than take a shot, though, he passes it, trying to get some more to the middle. Another pass here. So Yellow.
Danny plays it through in the middle, drops down. Oh, just cleared by the black team.
Some good passing though.
I could definitely say that because if you notice, since the first game, the black team, the yellow team has this thing they do. The yellow team has this thing they do with the triangular, passes, like passing the ball in a triangular shape. And, it's very difficult for a defender to get that. Just watch this sequence now. They will maintain that triangle. Except, there's another plan, but they keep playing in triangles. Now they missed that, so I guess I jinxed myself.
No, but the advantage with the triangles, right? It kind of always gives whoever has the ball really three options.
Yes.
Keep it yourself and try and run or shoot, or you have two passes, right?
Exactly.
And, the defense is probably not going to leave you all three options. It's just
exactly
figuring out what option works best. What's the defense giving you?
Exactly. That's the beautiful thing about this method of play. There's always somebody to exchange with. Right. Once you just have maybe one person, it's difficult. But in the triangle, you have three and you could play off each other. Wow, that's a nice attempt. I think he was trying to lob Curtis in the goal, but that was unsuccessful because I guess it was too close and Curtis kind of read that.
And really, that attempt by the black team started on the yellow half, really, and they made a good defensive play, or sorry, the yellow offensive half, and in the black's own defensive half. Good play along the sideline, steal the ball, and make some quick passes.
Wow, man, Fall really got in there. He kept on dribbling and shimmering through the black defenders, and he actually got in there, and that's a very nice play, I could say. He's a very solid midfielder that you may look at because of his stature. You may think the presence is not there like that, but he's been able to show there's a lot of presence and there's a lot of vigor that comes with his style of play. Danny's with the ball right now, and that's a true pass for Dopey.
Yeah,
nicely defended by the black team.
That pass was where it needed to be, but the black defense got to that spot first and knocked it out. It looks like it's forcing a corner kick, however. Again, we've talked about that repeatedly. Yellow is dangerous on this, but to the black team's credit, they haven't allowed any goals off corner kicks. They haven't allowed any goals yet in this game. So, while we mentioned, yellow dangerous on set pieces, seems like the black team is ready for it and adjusted well defensively.
Danduel raised the crossing, and that went out of bounds because
caught in the wind a little bit.
I guess it was caught in the wind, or maybe some of the rain or something.
Because up until that one, most of the crosses have been really good.
Beautiful floaters.
You've forced the defenders to make good plays inside the box, and so so kudos to the black team for always being ready on these set pieces.
And consistent. Right now they're a goal ahead of the yellow team, so just gotta say that. Some of the plays so far, you could see, a lot of the fatigue that came from the previous game. At this point is showing. But regardless, they're still, pulling their socks up and putting in a shift. Beautiful shot and nice save.
Yeah, great shot from far.
As you can see, the last couple minutes, the play has, that's a nice touch.
Yes.
Akataka.
And great pass from the goalie to attacker, basically covered half the field.
I'm telling you, that's a beautiful touch right there.
Well recovered by the yellow defense, though. He's able to almost beat the one player, but again, that back line.
That's
really
Danduel with the ball. That's Danduel. Oh, beautiful save. That's a beautiful save. Oh, man.
Yeah, even if that shot doesn't go in net, that's a dangerous cross
Something
for
someone
else.
to tap in, yeah.
So, really important for the goalie to just stop that offense altogether and just grab the ball.
That's a beautiful, beautiful save. And Danduel is a threat on the wings. I could say that any day, any time. He's a threat on the wings. And
bit of a telegraph pass there by the black team coming off the goalie's pass.
They were sort of in a hurry. That's kind of why they lost that.
But they almost, it was weird. It was almost either too fast or not fast enough.
Nice hustle right there, black team.
If they were maybe a little quicker on it, I don't think that defender gets there. Or if they had kind of, like you said, if they didn't go so fast, they were less aggressive and kind of held the ball, that might have been more dangerous. But either way, seeing a sequence where the ball's kind of spending a lot of time near midfield right now.
That's for Munez with the ball right now. Put it in the middle for
Yellow has numbers here, so they're looking
at
slowing it down, looking for good passes.
Danny. He fell asleep down there. Danduel still shimmering and sleeking.
Black defense isn't really giving him easy. Yellow is possessing the ball here in dangerous areas, but
that's a nice shot by It's a little bit deflected or just a bit wide.
Yeah, didn't miss by much though. But again, I don't think, considering how close yellow got to the net there, I don't think they wanted the shot attempt to be from that far away either. So again, kudos to the black team for really not giving them much. It was great.
I could definitely say their defense, man. The black team's defense. If we were making an all-star team out of every team in the tournament, I would say the defenders I would take are all maybe they will all be from the black team.
At least 3 of the 4 probably.
Yeah, they will mostly be from the black team. I would take midfielders from the yellow team and strikers. Like I'll mix up the yellow team and maybe Akataka from the black team because
slash green team.
Slash,
a bit of a chameleon for us.
Exactly, slash green team because he put in a shift for both teams.
I mean, so goal kick here for the black team. Looks like there's some substitutions happening. All right, good advance by the black team to be aggressive on the goal kick, move it forward. But again, well defended by the yellow team. We're praising the black defense, but I mean the yellow back line has also been really great and not allowing really anything to get behind them. And we know the black team, that was really what made the difference between them and the green team in that game, is they were able to elevate these passes behind the green defense and catch them off balance that way. But the yellow defense really hasn't been allowing that, so kudos to them too. But I think, again, 1 goal up to this point. Great goaltending is key to that, but I think great defending on both sides is also a key reason. Oh, really nice play there along the sidelines. That could have been black control easily, but then
Yellow just got in there.
Yep, got around that defender and almost got around the second one too. I think this is forcing might be a goal kick here.
Yeah, I think it's a foul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Free kick though, and leads to a black.
Well defended by Georgie.
Mm-hmm. Nice throw in there.
Anthony with the ball right now.
And move forward. Nice pass to almost a nice pass to the middle, but intercepted by the yellow defense.
Down the wall.
almost a great pass past the defender, but able to get just a toe on it, deflecting it to his teammate. And Black now has it on the counter strike.
Anthony number 10.
Anthony moving up.
Akataka in the middle.
I would say Anthony's one of the players that's maybe run with the ball the most. He's been able to find the space to get it and advance it with his feet.
I think there's a handball right there against the black team, or maybe.
Yeah, it looks like against the black team. Is Yellow gets the quick free kick.
Yeah.
As they move up past half, super quick. Sometimes sometimes the advantage when you take a set piece really quick.
Shot on goal and saved by Daniel.
Beautiful
good save.
Attempt. Yes, yeah, good shot, good save. But that was a good example of sometimes you take the set piece really quick before the other team has a chance to get set up. You might not be as well set up, but if you've got a player that's got the space to be able to advance it, take that free kick really quick. So yeah. Now looking here, play along the sidelines, intercepting by the black team as they advance it now. Some good passing here is trying to get it to the middle. It seems like that's been a tough area for both teams to get to. They can advance along the sidelines well, but the defenses are condensing so much in the middle that's really tough to get in there. Fake shot, trying to get the defense to...
It's well defended by the yellow team.
Yeah, the defense wasn't fooled by the fake there. Maybe trying to get them to overmove or set up a better attack angle, but
this is an open play for the yellow team. That's Paul Munez with the ball.
Yeah, can they advance it quick enough to...
Drops it on the flank for David.
Nice pass over. Fooled the defender.
And there's Doppy. Oh, well saved. Well saved by Daniel.
Yeah, well saved to send it just wide. I do think it might be setting up a corner kick here.
Oh, I think he played it wide then. Maybe he didn't. The goalie didn't touch it.
Yeah. So, but still, I think what maybe the good play by the goalie is forcing him to take the angle, right? Like cutting off pressure. The angles. Sometimes that's all you need as a goalie, is not even getting your hand on it, but just forcing the miss because of the angle you're taking.
Exactly. So far, the scoreline is still 1-0.
Intercepted off the goal kick, which again can be dangerous. The defense isn't expecting it, so we'll see if Yellow can take advantage here and try and equalize this game. Kick from far. Again, I don't know that Yellow's plan is to be making shot attempts from that far, but that's really all the Black defense has been giving them. So, save there by the goaltender, who's made quite a few of those types of saves.
Very technical saves, I could say, because the balls are not coming the strongest or the hardest, but he's very well positioned. Very well positioned that if you are not, you don't have that position thing on lock, those kind of balls are the balls that will surprise you. I don't know if you remember the goal that we called the sneaky goal in the first game. That's very similar to what I'm trying to talk about based on bad positioning.
Yeah, if you could see the goalie is out of position, you don't necessarily need the fastest or hardest shot to beat them. It's just the well-placed, well-timed shot.
Exactly. That's good defense right there.
And quick counter strike for Yellow, just out of the reach of is that Dandy Wall?
Dandy Wall is still fighting for the ball, and he won it right back.
But
just a little lost.
Yeah, but again, you lose the football,
and Danny
you go
won
right
it
back
again.
at it again. And so right there we saw 3 quick turnovers. Where
once again defended well by the Black team. That's a nice move right there.
Yep, as they get it out. But yeah, 3 quick turnovers, right, where it's usually the person who's giving up the ball is the one being extra aggressive to try and get it back. So, yeah, no give in, no give up. You lose the ball, no one's giving up on the play ever. So it's great to see.
I think he kind of kicked his foot a bit there. It's good camaraderie shown right there. This is really beautiful to watch, because a lot of these people don't know each other from nowhere. But I think that's a penalty. That's a penalty.
This is kind of really, you could talk about this maybe being a turning point of the game here.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, like I said earlier, for Munez was a threat throughout the whole game, and the guy was just around winning fouls and winning, different kind of free kicks and set pieces here and there. And in this point, he just won the team a penalty. So that's really kudos to him for being a problem for the other team, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, this, not really getting any better chances to equalize the game than right here. It is 1-0. So off a penalty kick, can the Yellow team make it an equal game, 1-1? We're about to find out. Because they have had shot attempts, they've had chances, but you're never going to get any better chances than penalty kicks.
Yeah. And this is a very pivotal moment for the final, because right up until this point, the Black team was leading. They were leading, and they kind of had their defense holding everything and holding the Yellow team at bay. But let's see how this penalty goes.
Because we were talking about it, maybe hinting at the fatigue. We were starting to see it. Yellow is getting more shot attempts in the second half. So is this more just a culmination of all that, and it finally broke through? I guess in this case, it comes in the form of a penalty kick attempt here.
Exactly, and it's being taken by their midfielder, yall.
I wonder if they asked him if he wanted to take it, and he said yeah, or if it
like I said, man, I think this team is a very, very organized, and that's the goal right there.
Yep, 1-1, equalized.
Yes, he actually sold the goalkeeper the other way, so that's a solid penalty.
Yeah, good goal scorer's move, right? It's that you don't want to telegraph where you're going. You don't want to make it. You want to make it as tough as possible on the opposing goalie. So
one thing I can say about the Yellow team is even in the first game, a lot of their set pieces were played by yall and Dandewell. So like these decisions were already made prior to, I think, playing this game, or even from training. They kind of know each other's strengths and know where they want to play. Here goes this guy. Even after getting a goal down, he's still dancing. Shows the good spirit of the game, man, on the day of, wonderful to see.
Well, and again, especially at this point, it is tied 1-1, right? So
yeah,
not to, at this point, it's anyone's game. So go out and get it. Even though you just gave up the goal as the Black team, you can still go and win this game. So yeah, again, we see a throw in here along the sidelines. Bit of a collision between players. Not sure if there's a foul there. It simply looks like it'll just be another throw-in. Although I think if that is Black throwing it is in a dangerous area, close to the yellow goal. But well defended there by the
yellow team.
Defense.
Dominic with a true pass on the flank. That's Olu with the ball. I think he's gonna put a floater up, and he drops it down for David.
Yeah, give it. I mean,
Dominic with it.
Which, to be fair, was the right move. There was two defenders around Olu, so good instinct to pass it low.
Down the wall with it. That's Doppy.
That's like 3 or 4 good passes in a row here for the other team. Another one right there.
That's Danny with a finesse shot, just a little bit wide. Nice attempt though.
Yeah, set up by a bunch of good passing, and that's the way to make a team tired, right? Changing directions, forcing them to kind of defend the whole field by making quick passes.
Yeah, a little more R2, and that ball was gonna go in. Yeah, and you could tell the game has kind of shifted a bit. The yellow team, they kind of have a little extra battery pack on them right now, and they're trying
like even right there, right? They gave no time for the black team to
get the goal kick in, so they're trying to actually win the game. They don't want it to go. As
soon as the defender had it on his foot, I think there's Danny Wall right behind him challenging. So.
Exactly. It's a great watch. That's Georgie with a throw.
And a good view of him on that throw-in, but unfortunately intercepted by the black team.
Yeah.
So they get to counter strike here.
Olu wins it. Beautiful pass by Olu.
He covered a lot of ground to make up there too. So talk a bit about dealing with an injury, but again, he was giving it his all clearly right there.
He has a chance. That's Dandywall right there. Dandywall goes on the flank, and that's a shot on goal. Beautiful goal by Dandywall, and the celebration. Yeah,
left-footed too.
That's a beautiful
really
goal.
tight angle. Like, honestly, the defender who was on Danny Wall played that well. Like, I don't think he could have done any more.
Yeah, man, but that's a well-deserved goal for Danny Wall because Danny Wall was putting in a shift on the flank through the whole day, and it's beautiful to see that he actually got a goal from that same position.
Nice tight angle. Like, it was a good kick. Definitely well-deserved there.
Well-deserved goal.
And again, we talk about it's set up by a good play beforehand. In this case, it was Olu with the steal along the sidelines. And gave a...
So a beautiful pass through pass for Dandy Wall to actually... He made a nice roll with his back, with the foot. Like if you watch the replay, you will see where he made a roll with the defender, and that's kind of how the defender lost him, and
he got just enough space to make the kick.
And he didn't use too much power. He just placed it, and it was right in.
Yeah, it had to be a quick kick, right? So I mean, it's still a good enough power off the without a big wind up on the kick either.
I would say, man, that was like very technical goals. Like you don't expect that in an amateur tournament of this sort. You see so much professional type plays. Like you could see that back heel pass by Olu to the other guy on the yellow team. And those kind of things I kind of really enjoy. I enjoy nice gameplay and seeing those kind of highlights. I would say it shows a lot of the prospects that we have in our hold right here, and also the future to come with these players, like who the kind of people that we get inspired from, what they do, like the people that watch this video and see something like this being done local. Like I know soccer is not that big of a sport in Canada, but it's the biggest sport in the world, and I think some way, somehow, Yama Cup could some way introduce us up north a bit more into the sport, like showing that, I know we have a strong female team in Canada, but then the rest of the country tends to look at the sport as maybe something that is for the girls and the females, but it's something that I feel like if we could introduce more and inspire more of the future generations, the male team and the Canada's football federation will have more of a complete and rounded front, with the female team being strong and the male team being strong, presenting a solid competition with the rest of the world. And I feel this type of competitions and tournaments inspiring the youth of these communities, especially our community up north here. By God's grace, it will inspire somebody who will actually represent the country in the future, and come full circle for us.
You can't fake the true inspiration, the true passion for the game. Those that have it, and I mean, We do have a men's team. I know they did well at the Gold Cup. They made it to the semifinal, which is a lot better than they normally would do. So it seems like this maybe this is the golden generation that can finally do something.
I feel like this generation, they are going to inspire the next generation, and that growth.
Yep.
Soccer is growing a bit better. It's growing more and more in Canada, with teams like Toronto FC and Montreal Impact growing bigger and bigger every year. So I'm very optimistic with the growth of the sport, and I'm just trying to do the little bit we can do up here to inspire the youth to actually get involved. Keep them off negative vices by actually engaging in sport and fitness, and it's a goal attempt here by Doppy. Beautiful. Yes, it's his first goal.
Some great passing, and honestly, just like the last goal, it all started with the play by Olu. He came back, made a steal. This time was just on the yellow side of half, and then from there, 3 or 4 more quick passes. I think after, both goals actually pretty similar in that it starts with the turnover, and then Black doesn't get the ball again. After that, Yellow's just pass, find someone that's open, and
at this point, the yellow team is just having a spell time. It's just a few minutes left to the end of the game, and they're not holding back. They just going all out.
This is key because now it's not a 1 goal away. Now it's 3-1. So suddenly you've now put the emphasis on the Black team. They have to score 2 more goals. So we know they're capable. They scored 6 in the semifinal.
Exactly.
But it makes the emphasis is this isn't just a 1 goal a game away anymore. Like finally with a 2-goal lead. The Black team had a lead in the first half. They had the 1-0 lead, but it was never more than just a 1-0, which allowed that penalty kick to tie it. But now at this point, Yellow getting this 2-goal lead is so far the biggest lead of this final. So kind of imposing their will a little bit these last few minutes. And again, a lot of it was solid passing, committing the turnovers, playing good solid defense, and then make great passes off that. You make enough good passes, it opens up something for somebody, and yeah, so nothing really ever forced. They kept just, if there wasn't a shot, just keep passing, and then eventually found its way to someone who put it in the back of the net.
That's a nice free kick. Oh my God. Oh
wow.
Just a little bit, and that would have gone in, changed the whole game.
For sure. The goalie doesn't quite. He makes a really solid save, but it's too much of a good kick that he's not able to grab
hold it. Yeah,
gives up the rebound, but able to secure the rebound himself. Looks like they knocked it out off of the Black player too, so they ends up not even giving the Black team a corner kick off that. So a little bit of a bad break there for such a good play by the Black team that it leads to the Yellow team being able to clear it. Although we see here the Black team not letting it clear as easily.
That's another true pass to Doppy.
Yeah.
Well defended.
Very well defended. Trying to keep it in and prevent the corner kick. Not quite able to do that. But yeah, so now suddenly a corner kick for Yellow. Dandy Wall taking it. No surprise.
Just gotta comment, man. It's very professional. Literally the way they showed out and showed up.
Nice cross, really. That was well defended by the Black team, although not out of harm's way as Yellow gets the ball back. Leads to another shot attempt wide over the net. Again, a few of those trying to aggressively beat the goaltender, and there's just a little too much power on it. But yeah, still some decent, that might have been the best chance they had off a set piece, really. For the most part, these corner kicks, the Black team has been defending them perfectly. They've really given them nothing. And even here, this is probably the best corner that Yellow's taken in a while, and it's a ball over the net. It's a goal kick. So that kudos to the Black team for that. That's something that unwavering their good solid technical defending on these set pieces.
But then you can clearly see they were hurrying things up, and that kind of led to this goal.
Yes,
they did not take that goal kick to the furthest they could take it. They that's some moves right there by Victor.
Again, and just like the last 2 goals, turnovers, right? A quick turnover and great passing, right? So as soon as the Yellow gets a foot on the ball, they're quickly passing it to someone else, and again keep passing until you find someone. So second straight goal for Dopey, I believe.
Yeah,
he just scored the last one too.
I think he scored the last one. He scored a hat trick in the game, so that's what gave him the MVP.
Yeah, or hinting at the next goal that will be coming, unfortunately. But yes, his second of the game. But yeah, he's the one that puts the ball in the net, but like total team effort on both of those goals, right?
For sure.
Turnovers, passing, and then he's the guy that finishes it all off. But it took really those plays each took about 3-4 guys all making good solid plays, and if just one of them doesn't make the correct pass or the correct read, those balls probably aren't going in the net.
One thing I could say is Dopey is a proper poacher. You know what you want your number 9 to be: strong and technical, and at the same time, you know, he does like has pinpoint finishes. You know, like you only have one job to do as a number 9 striker. That's all you like, just to put the ball in the post and get it done. You know, and Dopey just needs a little bit of an opportunity, and you know, once he gets you on that roll, it's in. You know, and he doesn't. It's not like he's gonna shoot some crazy shot. It's just he's a poacher. He puts it in, and that's what you want your striker to do.
Especially on the last goal. I mean, it wasn't much of a hard kick. He was in the perfect spot to be.
Exactly.
Right? So and again, we've talked about that so many times, defensively being in the right spot, but offensively too. Sometimes all it takes is be in the right spot and react well and just put the ball in the net. So I think that second goal definitely was a lot of that.
His last 2 goals were just through passes. That's a nice through pass in there, but I think it's just a little bit too wide. And he's trying to cross in or dribble in, and well defended by Dominic.
Yeah, on the backside, Yellow was not going to let him just walk in there. And I mean, really good clear up by the Yellow defense. Is that going out of bounds? Just a little too far?
Yeah, I think it's out of bounds.
But still, I mean, you're knocking out of bounds on the other side of half. So you don't mind the black team down by 2 at this point having a throw in from their own side of half. And I mean, stolen off the throw in. Again, this is kind of coming to a theme. Yellow's really being extra aggressive. I mean, they've been that way the whole tournament on whoever's got the ball, but it's really worked these last 10 minutes where they're making a lot of turnovers at key moments, and a good recovery there by the defense. That was looking almost like a bit of a dangerous threat by the black team, but you know, get the defenders back and regroup, and suddenly Yellow has the ball again. A bit of a weak pass there, but Yellow able to recover it, and they continue to advance. So even when in a moment there where the pass wasn't so solid, the players went and chased it down, got the ball back, and yes, eventually Black did turn it over here as they now start to advance. But you know, it's kind of showing. They calling that one offside.
Yeah, I think that was an offside call.
Yeah, and we talked about that. The green team in the last game against Black wasn't quite necessarily as conscious of that as they should have been to force those offsides, get those guys to move forward. But it seems like Yellow there did a really good job. I think that was Pablo on the back end, recognizing, he's too far back, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Let him go offside.
Exactly.
Get the ball back. And I mean, to be fair, off the free kick, Black does steal it. They've got it now. Starting to get into a bit of a danger area.
Nice defense by Pablo.
He looked like he almost got beat, but then he recovered so well. And
he's a very strong defender.
Yeah, didn't let the guy get around him. Whoever that forward was able to get a little bit of space, but
I think this is the final attack. Yep, forward with the ball, and he puts a pass for Dopey. Dopey just needs one chance. He dribbles everybody. Everybody's on the floor.
That was probably Dopey's best move there, right on that goal.
Come on, man. The guy is a proper poacher, man. He knows how to put it in. That's a beautiful goal, and that's his hat trick. Makes him the highest goal scorer of the tournament. You know, all within a couple minutes. That's just an impressive, stat.
Right, that's what you want. To turn the game at any moment that's what that number 9 striker you mentioned is. Like, that's what you want them to do, is break open the game when it needs to. And I mean, but I mean, before he scored his 3 goals, it was 2-1. Like, all it takes is one turnover, Black can tie it. And
exactly.
Suddenly he makes those 3 goals and totally puts the game away. And now 5-1 gold, or 5-1 yellow. We'll say gold because I think at this point
they got the gold medal.
Getting to the very tail end of the final here.
Yeah.
And I think at this point the result no longer in doubt. The yellow team taking the victory.
That's the final whistle blown by the referee, and it's a wrap. Thank you so much for rocking with us. That's the Nyama Cup final. I go by the name Patrick Pillar Jr., a.k.a. Pa.II, and I'm here with
Kyle Senra, and that's what Senra says.
Yeah, Nyama sound. We there.